Today we're gonna be ranking every God of War game, starting from God of War 1, which I think is one of the best God of War games that have been ever made. And it came out in 2007, and considering the game quality when it comes to the soundtracks, gameplay, buildings, story and everything, considering how good the game actually was, I would say it deserves an S tier. Yeah, the game would actually deserve an S tier, like I kept thinking, does it? But yes, absolutely. Next, we have Chains of Olympus. Well, Chains of Olympus has a lot of flaws, and one of them is the game is too easy. Like, actually, the game is too easy. I know it's a PSP game, but the game is too easy for a God of War game. The hardest bosses, like, you can kill them on the hardest difficulty so easily. And they do no damage, you can easily dodge their attacks. But story-wise, I would say it was actually a good game because it showed us more story about Kratos. We got to saw like him interacting with his child, which he killed. And yeah, it just got us to know more about Kratos. But since it had those issues which are more like gameplay issues, combat issues and stuff, I would say, oh my god, I would say it deserves a A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. I wanna give it an A because the game was actually good, but I didn't like those flaws. I know some of you guys will rank it like an C tier or something, but I personally like the game. I have some good memories with it. I enjoy playing it. That's why in my opinion, it deserves an A tier. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, oh my god, next up we got God of War 2. Like this. Only this will prove to you how much I love the game. I literally have two physical versions of it. God of War 2, I would say, is my favorite story mode game ever made. It would be God of War 2. So automatically I'll put it on S tier because the story is good. We get to see Kratos getting betrayed by Zeus and him traveling back in time, going down and getting back up, and the story is just like so beautiful. And aside from the story, like the actual buildings and aesthetics of the game are actually beautiful. And that just makes you fall in love with the game. And the third thing, and the most important thing about it, is the soundtracks. Like, just listen to this. Like, can you hear how great this masterpiece is? So yeah, I would absolutely believe that God of War 2 deserves an S tier. Next. God of War Chains of Olympus. I used to play it on my PSP when I was young, when I was literally 8 years old. But the thing about Ghost of Sparta is when I was young, I used to get disgusted by the monsters of the game. Like, the game was good, but the monsters, I used to get disgusted by them. Like, they were so freaking disgusting. But aside from that, let's talk about the story. The story was so much better than Chains of Olympus. We got to see like Kratos' childhood. We got to see his brother when they were young. We got to meet his mother and see the reaction of Kratos when he knew that Zeus is his actual father. And it had like a lot of Greek mythology characters, like we got to see Midas, we got to see some really cool stuff about in God of War Chains of Olympus. And aside from that, like the combat was so much better than Chains of Olympus. It was a little bit more challenging. So for that, I would say the game deserves an S tier. Like the game, listen guys, don't get mad. The game deserves an S tier, but for me personally, like as a personal preference, it deserves an A. It deserves an A. I would see it as an A, not an S tier. But the game is a masterpiece, that's all you gotta know. And next, the game that everybody loves, and I do love too God of War 3. But I have some critics when it comes to God of War 3. Like, can we change the atmosphere a bit? The atmosphere doesn't change at all. Like, the game is only dark. Yeah, and I get that. Like, you kill every single god. Yeah, like you kill the god of the sun, the god of that. Astaghfirullah. Anyways, you kill all of them. Like the sun goes away, the ocean goes up because you kill Poseidon and all those stuff. That's what causes the game to be like too dark. But I still didn't like that. I wanted more variety. Like I wanted to see nature, I wanted to see lava, I wanted to see like a bunch of stuff. Like the stuff we got from God of War 2. But we didn't get that in God of War 3. But story-wise, it was kind of good. It's actually one of the best God of War games gameplay-wise. In my opinion, the same thing goes for God of War 3 as is when it comes to God of War Ghost of Sparta. Yeah, the game deserves to be on S tier, but I personally see it more as of an A tier game, even though I love it. But I love God of War 3. Like it's so sick. I'm not gonna lie. I would put it on S tier, but because of like the atmosphere thing, like the game is too dark. I do understand why the game is too dark. Like I actually do understand that. But that would be the reason why I would put it on A. And yeah, now it's time for God of War Ascension, which everybody shits on. Like everybody shits on this game. I love the game graphics wise and like story wise, kind of. I love the fact that they showed us the early story of Kratos before he was like a god. We got to see that Kratos was captured by the Furies and his struggle to become who he is now. So for God of War Ascension, it had some flaws when it comes to the story. That's what everybody agrees on. The gameplay is sick, I'm not gonna lie. Like we got to see some pretty cool stuff for like a PS3 game. I would put it on A, but I didn't get to play Ascension that much. Like I beat it only once. So I'll put it more on B. I would put it on A but B because I don't know, I don't like the game that much. And now, which is the game I forgot, God of War Betrayal. Bro, is there a Z tier or something? This game is shit. Why did Santa Monica Studio even make it? And now God of War 2018. I'm in love with God of War 2018. Like some people didn't like the fact that Kratos changed. They didn't like the character development that he went through. But I personally do like it because people adapt to the situations of life. Like now he has a son. He has to teach him, he has to be a leader and stuff. I would say that's the actual masculinity that Kratos should have. He's actually strong, confident, a leader, he's leading his son, but he's not too emotional like the past parts. I actually liked very much that character development, which a lot of people didn't like. And we got to see Kratos as a father, so that was very cool. And also like the gameplay changed completely. The gameplay completely changed, which brought us something very new, which I loved. So the game would be an S tier, and I'm pretty sure everyone agrees on me with that because the graphics is good, the atmosphere, aesthetics of the game are beautiful. We got to see Kratos go to the Norse mythology, which was like a change from like the Greek mythology, which I personally think was cool. The gameplay is actually also good. Like why wouldn't you love the game? Everything about it is good, even the story. Like why wouldn't you? And now we have God of War Ragnarok. Here it is. Anyways, when it comes to God of War Ragnarok, I love the game. Everything about it is so freaking good. The story is beautiful. We got to experience a lot of stuff and it's the longest God of War game. It took me like 24 hours or more to finish the game. Imagine if I went for the platinum or something. We got to meet Sindri and Brock. The story was absolutely beautiful. How Thor was like mad and controlled by Odin and we actually figured out that he was a good person. It's just that Odin manipulated him. The story was actually just beautiful. I loved it, and the characters looked amazing. They didn't do what Disney does nowadays, which make white characters black for some reason. That's historically incorrect. And they made Thor overweight, which in reality is actually overweight, not like Marvel movies paints us. So Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok, Santa Monica Studio definitely nailed it. I loved the game. Everything about it was so good. So it deserves, in my opinion, an S tier. And this is my rankings for every God of War game. If you don't like some of the rankings, subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't already. And let me know what you think about these simple videos where I'm just talking shit. That was it for the video. Thank you for watching everyone and see you on the next one.